Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. PREG is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
Well, hello, my paranormal peeps, and welcome back to another Deep Woods Paranormal Podcast. My name is Matt Harvey. I am the host of the Deep Woods Paranormal Podcast. I'm also the founder and lead investigator of Deep Woods Paranormal. Along with my wife, Amanda, we explore and investigate anything paranormal in nature, be it Bigfoot, UFOs, ghosts, hauntings, demons, Sasquatch, cryptids, lake monster, river monsters. If it's paranormal in nature, we go and research it. If we're basically able to. So, all right. So we are located in Texas. We're kind of in central Texas, if you will. So if you're looking at the hat, if you're actually watching the podcast on the YouTube channel, you're pretty sure you know what I'm going to be talking about today. I've got my alien hat on. It says Deep Woods Paranormal UFO Research Team. And on the side, it's got a picture of what looks like a gray alien head. So, all right. So let's get into this. The fourth possible UFO was shot down tonight over the Great Lakes. So that's number 4 and 3 in 3 days. Now I'm going to discount the Chinese balloon. We're not going to get into that. This is a paranormal channel. This is not anything political or anything like that. So we won't want to talk about that at all. But I do want to talk about these other 3 objects because so far the GOV has not been able to tell us what they are. So I'm going to share my screen because if you haven't been watching or listening to what's been going on, you're probably lucky. Is there an alien invasion coming? I have no idea. So let's go here. Let me see if this is the first one. I want to start here. Okay. So we're going to start putting pieces of the puzzle together, if you will. I don't know if anybody remembers, I follow the UFO community because I like UFOs. I think they're interesting. And, I don't have enough time to really kind of do a lot of research into them, but I do follow that. I think UFOs are very interesting because there could be life out there that we don't know about. So if you think about Earth, we're not even the size of a speck of a dust in our own galaxy. And we think that this world, or whatever you want to call this space, has multiple thousands of hundreds of thousands of galaxies, if not more. So, it's kind of narrow-minded, and I apologize if you don't believe in aliens or ghosts. I mean, aliens or UFOs or anything like that. You think it's all just a hoax or whatever. But it's kind of narrow-minded to think that we're not the only life form. And by life form, I don't mean like little gray men running around, but life form in the universe. We already know that there's been other alien DNA brought to the Earth, and it's all it is basically different types of fungus and bacteria, because they've come in through asteroids hitting the Earth, and they've left a little bit of that here and there. Now, if you really want to take a deep dive, they say that octopuses should not be on Earth. Maybe we'll look into that another time, but we'll make that into like a crypto creature type thing, maybe. All right. So what people don't realize is that I don't remember what this was. This was actually on January. It says January 12th, 2023, suspected UFO shot down over Russia. And if you heard what they said today about the fourth UFO that they shot down, they said it was very small. They said it looks like it was surrounded by gas and a balloon in the middle. And I'm scratching my head going, okay, I've never heard of anything like that. And they said they couldn't see it at certain points. They had to get severely close, and that they had to use a heat-seeking missile to shoot it down because they're afraid that there might be debris or something else that came into, that hit the plane that was trying to shoot it down if they were using guns or whatever. Bear with me for a second. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Anyways, my nose decided to go crazy. So let's read this. So I'm looking at the picture here. Somebody actually snapped a picture. It says an image shared on Russian social media shows an object over southern Russia region of Rostov on January 3rd, 2023. The regional governor said that the object was shot down in the area, Okay, let me try that again. The regional governor said the object was shot down in the area which has been the scene of drone attacks. So they thought it might be some kind of drone. Okay, so now when we're talking about UFOs, we're not talking about little green men. We're not talking about flying saucers or anything like that. Well, we kind of are. But in this case, these things are small. They're very small. They're not the same size as the Chinese balloon. They're much smaller, and essentially they're basically just like free floating. They say they don't know. The person I heard talk tonight, and I'm not going to get into that either. But the person I heard talk tonight said that essentially it looked like it had its own method of propulsion, and that he thought the wind was kind of pushing it. So who knows what it is? Could it be some kind of an alien drone that they dropped out, basically dropped out of space? Who knows? But so it says a mysterious object observed by one of the local news outlets as a UFO has been shot down in southern Russia region of Rostov. The governor of Rostov wrote on Telegram that a small-sized object in the shape of a ball had been discovered flying in the wind at an altitude around 1.5 miles on January 3rd. With the object spotted above the village of Sultan Sala in the region of, I'm not going to even say that, the decision was to liquidate it, meaning basically shoot it down. And it says he basically urged calm and basically got his security forces ready, blah, blah, blah. This link will be down below for you guys to see, and you can click on this and come check this out for yourself. So basically, look, another one is gone. Look, another one has gone. Someone is heard saying in the clip with a caption, another video of the work of Rostov Regional Air Defenses. A witness told Channel how there was a very strong explosion, and then everything in the house shook. They basically realized it was air defense operation in the works. So I guess when it exploded, it caused like a real, like a shaking in the house, which is interesting. But if you read the description of what they said, it was just basically kind of floating in the wind, in an altitude of about 1.5 miles up. That's very similar to what they just shot down over the Great Lakes today. Okay, so there's another one for Russia. So I think there's a video here. So a bizarre video shot by residents in Russia region has gone viral. A video shows a fast-moving orb light, which eventually is destroyed by Russian forces. It says such was the panic amongst the residents who saw the event unfold. The subsequent video, regional governor. Okay, so basically it just says the governor responded. Let's play this. Here, I'll blow this up for you guys to see. So let's watch this together. Okay, so this is out somebody's out somebody's window, and then boom, it gets shot down. So this was a surface-to-air missile, probably, not a jet shooting it down. They shot it down with a surface-to-air missile. So you can hear them reacting. And that's when it explodes.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Okay. So also, China had also a UFO come over their area today. And essentially what was interesting is it went right over their main Pacific Fleet, where their battle station, their battleships and all that stuff are at. It says Chinese authorities have spotted an unidentified flying object of the Yellow Sea near the port of eastern China's Shandong province. And I apologize if I'm butchering this. Authorities are preparing to shoot down the UFO. This comes amid shimmering tensions between China and U.S. over spy balloons. It says it also came a couple hours after an F-22 Raptor jet shot down a third object over North American airspace in Canada. So let's watch this and let's see what they have to say. So it kind of shows you it's real close to where South Korea is. Okay, let me let this out of the way. So it just shows basically what happened. I'm guessing this originally was up here was the, let me blow this up. So I'm guessing either here or somewhere up here was the original object. And this is a rocket going up to intercept it or shooting it out of the sky. Let's see if they actually have a video. They put a bunch of stuff. So there, okay. I don't know if this is us shooting down there. I think this is the video of us shooting down their balloon. But essentially, I wanted to see, let me fast forward this and see if I can find the actual. This is interesting. Okay, so let's. So this is also the balloon. I don't know why they spent so much time on the balloon. Okay, so that's the balloon. Again, that's the balloon. But on the balloon, if you look at it, I'm sure you've seen videos of the balloon. It's a giant balloon with like a flat pallet on the bottom with all kinds of spy gear and stuff. Let's see if we can find the one that flew over Japan. They just keep showing the same thing. Let's see what this shows. Oh, this is them recovering the balloon. Yeah, they didn't do very much to show the other. Okay, I'm not going to keep on with this. Essentially, that's kind of a political thing, so I'm not going to worry about that. Let's go back and see if we can find down over China. Let's see if there's a video of that. Sure there is. Let's see. Nope, I don't see anything. Let me see if I can see it on here. That's the same exact video. Nope. They're holding tight. Okay, so I'm gonna just so basically they're not sharing with us. So essentially there was a UFO shot down over Russia. Then we had the Chinese air balloon fly over us. And then we've had 3 other objects. Now, those are 3 other objects is what I'm talking about. So this is the first one they shot down. This is the one that was over Alaska. It says U.S. says it shot down car-sized UFO over Alaska. So it says a U.S. Air Force F-22 Raptor has reportedly shot down an identified flying object over the far northwestern part of Alaska near Canada border on February 10th, 2023. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. So they use a sidewire missile to shoot it down. I'm just looking for anything that's interesting in here. I don't care about the political stuff. I want to know more about the actual UFO itself. So let me go back up here. So what I heard about this UFO was interesting. They said it was kind of octagon in shape, and the pilot, and now they've kind of changed the story, and they've tried to discredit him, and all kinds of other stuff's coming out. But when he first started to talk about it, one of the pilots, I think there was a couple pilots in the air, but the guy that shot it down said that when his missile hit the UFO, it broke into pieces, and it was cylindrical and silver in shape, and it fell to the ground. And I just heard tonight through the Pentagon briefing that they still don't know what it is. You think if it was a drone or something else, they would say, hey, it was just a drone, or it was this or that. We shot it down. No big deal. It's gone. But the fact that they're saying what it is what's interesting about this. And then they've, over the last year, you've had all of the UFO stuff kind of slowly but surely start to creep out, and them saying, yes, we know UFOs are real and all this other stuff. Again, you guys got to make up your own mind. I'm just reporting this stuff kind of to you. I'm just going over it with you. And again, you guys can come on to here and you can basically make up your own minds as to what you think if this is. Again, it goes back to my saying, I don't know how many millions of times I've said this. You have to have an experience. You can say it couldn't be anything else but, and put anything in there. Put in Bigfoot, UFO, ghost, demon, angel, whatever you want to say. Sasquatch, river monster, lake monster, whatever. Cryptid. All right, so let's move on. Okay. So this happened, I believe this is today. This is the 4th object. So it says U.S. military shoots down unidentified flying octagonal object in Michigan. So let's read this. says another unidentified, God bless, another unidentified flying object has been shot down by the U.S. This time over Lake Huron in Michigan, and again, that's just the Great Lakes. After targets were shot down in Alaska and Canada on Friday and Saturday, respectively, this takedown is the fourth in less than a week and a third in as many days. Again, I'm basically just talking about the UFOs. I'm not talking about the Chinese balloon. I want to keep that out of this conversation. Again, I don't want to make this a political thing. I'm only interested in the UFOs themselves because the government literally cannot tell you what those things were. And, the pilots said they don't know what it was either. They've shot down 3 different things. And then if you look back, Russia shot down something very similar, what looks like a gas with a balloon in the middle. And now China is saying they had something else flying over their airspace. I mean, that could just be a retaliatory balloon from us. Who knows? But it's interesting. So that's 5 balloons in less than a month, or 5 objects in less than a month. And I'm not counting the Chinese balloon that they can't honestly say they don't know what it was. So they're still going through and trying to figure this out. Okay. So it says the object, this is Representative Ellen Slotkin. It says the object has been downed by pilots over the U.S. Air Force. Let's see. The object has been downed by pilots from the U.S. Air Force and National Guard. It says great work by all who carried out the mission, both in the air and in back at headquarters. We're impressed in exactly what the object was and its purpose. And it doesn't go forward with that. So it says our military has taken extremely close eye on the object over above Lake Huron. We'll know about more what it was in the coming days, but for now, be assured that all parties have been laser focused on it from the moments it traversed our waters. So essentially, it just came out of nowhere. And honestly, the pilot said it was extremely hard to see until he got really close. That's why he used the Sidewinder missile. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
That's of interest in here. Not really. Okay. So here's more about it. U.S. shoots down flying object over Lake Huron near Canada border. So it says U.S. military fighter jets on Sunday shot down an octagonal object over Lake Huron, Pentagon says. The latest incident, blah, blah, blah. I'm not getting into that. It was the fourth flying object to be shot down over North America by U.S. missiles in less than a week. Now, mind you, since World War II, we have not shot anything down, any balloons, any planes, anything else down over our airspace ever. This is historic that they're shooting these things down. Okay. So blah blah blah. Okay. So it says we're calling them objects, not balloons, for a reason. Van Herrick, head of North American Aerospace Defense Command, and NORAD, and Northern Control Command, said, asked if he ruled out extraterrestrials, and he said he had not ruled anything out yet. Oh, I love it. I'll let the intel community and the counterintelligence community figure out that out, he said. So basically, we're going to put that on the back burner until we figure out a good story, and then we'll share whatever we want to call this with you. Oh my gosh. So it says another defense official speaking on the condition of anonymity subsequently said the military had not seen any evidence that the objects were extraterrestrial. That's interesting. All right. So I don't know. Let's keep moving. So this is the over Lake Huron, the U.S. Downs third unidentified flying object in 3 days. So these are basically all pretty much the same articles. I'm just looking for more information. So it says unidentified object has been shot down by U.S. forces over Lake Huron, according to the Department of Defense. The object appears to be the same object that had been detected over Montana a day earlier, officials said. So now they're just making crap up. The airborne objective flying. The airborne object. Let me try it again. The airborne object. Excuse me, I can't talk. Flying about 20,000 feet above the lake waters was shot down by an F-16 jet with a missile on Sunday afternoon, at the directive of the president. Blah, blah, blah. And it just basically goes into saying that the military basically told them to shoot it down. The path and altitude, which flew closely to sensitive DoD sites and could have posed a risk to commercial aircraft, sparked concerns. That's the whole reason they shot it down. Blah, 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 blah. So they just don't know what these things are at this point. On Saturday, the American Aerospace Defense Command said it detected a radar anomaly over Harve, Montana, after the aircraft investigation of the radar had its fails and local to locate the object matching hits. So essentially what they were saying is they saw something on radar and then it disappeared. But basically it got all the way to Montana before they even knew it was there. Again, I don't want to get political, but that's a little scary if they can't see these things coming in. I remember one of the pilots saying it looked like it had, basically it had no radar. They couldn't get it on radar, even on the F-22s. And that could be wrong, but that's just what I heard. Take that with a grain of salt. It's just what I heard. So it's interesting. I was listening to somebody talk about this earlier, and it's just funny to me that they keep shooting down these aircraft. Seems like every day they're shooting down more aircraft. So let's talk about Europe. It says security review orders in UK after a series of UFOs shot down over US. Just the way they word some of this stuff is it's not easy to read. So essentially the UK is on high alert now too. The UK and Europe are all on high alert. Basically they're now looking for these things, and they may shoot them down as well. So this was the Pentagon. This was at the Pentagon today. It says the U.S. military offers no new descriptions of UFOs shot down over Alaska. And this is what I was talking about earlier. It says the military said U.S. troops, including from the Alaska National Guard were still conducting search and recovery activities on the sea ice. Says they have no further details to offer about the unidentified object off Alaska from Friday, including about the object's capabilities, purpose, and origin. It says in a short statement, the U.S. military said U.S. troops, including the National Guard, blah, blah, blah. I've already read that. It says Arctic conditions are bad right now, so they're having a hard time finding it. All right, so let me stop sharing my screen. All right, so there's been a lot of reports of UFOs. I remember recently there was like a whole cluster of UFOs over Argentina or something like that, maybe somewhere down in Mexico. South America and Mexico seem to have a lot of reports of sightings of UFOs. And of course, so does England or the UK, if you will. I'm sorry. But they seem like right now, because military tensions are like higher than normal around the world, that all of a sudden these things are just starting to appear out of nowhere. Now, let's take this with a grain of salt. Could it just be new types of drones? Could be some kind of other something or other. If you really want to go into craziness, hold on, let me look this up. Let me share my screen again. There's something called Project Bluebeam. Let's look up Project Bluebeam real quick here, because I've heard a lot of people talk about it. Just bear with me. Okay. What is Project Bluebeam? Times of India. Let's see. So I'm just looking for a reputable place to. Okay. So these all these different sites, I'm not going to even read this off of Wikipedia. Here's Reddit. So I'm going to follow their link. Oh, it goes to Twitter. Okay, never mind. So it says, what if is the deal with Project Bluebeam? I've seen posts recently on Twitter of the U.S. government's Project Bluebeam to unite the world on one world government. Where did this come from? What is it about? Let's just see if there's any responses. There hasn't really been any responses under that. Sheesh, there's just not much information about Project Bluebeam. This does not open. Okay, well, we're going to have to open up the one from India. Times of India. All right. All right, so let's just read this. Project Bluebeam is a conspiracy theory about a supposed project. Okay. I am getting pop-ups like crazy. And it's covering up everything. Okay, and so it says Project Bluebeam is a conspiracy theory about a supposed project whose purpose is to create an artificial second coming. Basically, they're talking in religious terms, in order to control people. As per the alleged theory, the New World Order's purpose, and again, I don't want to get into any of this, is to abolish all religions and basically replace them with a one world religion that is based on the cult of man. Number 2, it says to abolish all national identities and national pride in order to establish a worldwide identity. Okay, so I kind of get this. All right, I'm not going to get too much into that. So what that basically means is that it's essentially what it is it's saying that basically they want to create like a one world identity, essentially, I don't want to get too much into this because it gets very political, and I don't want to do that. It's just an ideology. It's a, I guess you would call it a conspiracy theory that's out there. But essentially, they're saying that the military is projecting these things all over the world, basically to get people to freak out. Basically, create some kind of an alien invasion or fake alien invasion, and stuff like that. So they're projecting things into the skies and essentially, basically creating some kind of illusion that maybe they were under attack by extraterrestrials or something else. So anyways, I'm not going to keep sharing my screen. Okay. So I'm going to make this short. I've had a really long week. Been a good week, by the way, but it's been a long week. I'm going to go to bed here and get ready for tomorrow, and we'll get another podcast up tomorrow, hopefully. So anyways, thank you guys very much for listening and sharing our podcast, either whether you're listening or watching on our YouTube channel. You feel free to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell, because we do produce quite a few videos every week. We don't just do podcasts. We normally have investigations in there at least once a week or twice a week. Right now, we've been so busy the last 3 months with helping people in homes and doing other things that we just haven't had the time to get out and do other investigations. So for my Bigfoot only people and my cryptid fans, yes, we will be doing, like I keep saying, we're going to be doing some expeditions coming up here. I'm working on putting them together. It's a lot of work. We'll also have events that you guys can come to. We might have an event where, since we spend a weekend at Joe's, probably be a Friday and a Saturday. So you're welcome to come to one or both days. I'll show you guys around Joe's. It's amazing. Even though a lot of the stuff's older, you could still have a chance to see a Bigfoot on his property. And then there's other places we can go around his property to also possibly experience a Bigfoot or anything, who knows what else up there. So that's all coming down the pike. It's all being worked on right now. It's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, coordinating with people and stuff. And then we're going to be doing like investigations. We're going to be going back to the Normandy Inn here. I'm trying to work on getting that set up where we're going to do an overnight, and we'll invite people to come with us and stay the night. That'll be an event. I'm not sure what the cost of that's going to be. The owner is charging us, so we have to make sure we pay him. And then we're also going to have to pay for other expenses. So I'm not sure what that's going to cost. Still working out the details. There's the old jail that we'd like to get into back in Cold Springs. Unfortunately, I kept postponing that because I just had thing after thing happen, and I couldn't get things done. And so anyways, but yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming down the pike. Be watching out for aliens. If you have a cool alien story, or you've been abducted or whatever, you want to share it, please contact me. My information is down below. Both my email and my cell phone number are down there. You can go onto our website and contact us through there. And then also you can go through Facebook if you want to connect with us as a friend, or just go like Deep Woods Paranormal page there on Facebook. You can message us and let us know you want to be on the show. So also just want to make sure that if you don't want to be identified or whatever, that's fine too. We don't have to show your face on the podcast. We can still have you just talk, and maybe we can put something else up in your screen so that you basically, you're not being seen. But yeah, like I said, there's no judgment on this show. Well, we try and keep it no judgment. We're fascinated with the paranormal. I hope you guys are too. And again, I just want to thank all of our new viewers and listeners. Thank you guys for supporting our podcasts and our YouTube channel. And we thank you for that. And let us know if you see anything out in the sky. Feel free to send it to us. If you have another report, if you need help, we don't charge for our services. So just FYI, if you're in Texas and need help, we can try and help you either over the phone, or we can try and help you in person if you need it. And then we can provide further support as you need it as well. So, all right, guys. Well, you have a good one. Like I said, I got to go catch some Z's before, so I can get into the podcast out tomorrow before work. And you guys have a good one, and we will catch you on the next one.